Today we're going to talk about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in estate planning. My name is Gregory Singleton. I'm an estate planning and probate attorney who works for Signature Law, which is a estate planning and probate law firm that serves the Twin Cities and Greater Minnesota alike. Just a reminder, if you like today's video, please feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps support the channel. Also, before we get going, I got 3 caveats today, normally just 2. The first one is that this is for educational purposes only. I am not giving legal advice and establishing an attorney-client relationship with everyone online. Second, we're going to be talking primarily about Minnesota law, even though we're going to talk about mostly federal law, but it is based on Minnesota law here. So if you live in another jurisdiction, please make sure to talk to an estate planning professional in that jurisdiction and don't just take my word for it. Third, I am not a cryptocurrency and Bitcoin expert. I know enough to do the estate planning for it, but if you want to know about Bitcoin mining and all sorts of things like that, make sure to do some research on your own. I guess lastly, there is one more. This is a developing area of law. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has only been around since 2009 and has only been looked at and given advice by the IRS since 2013. There are currently pending a number of laws in Congress that may affect Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So by the time this video is posted, things may have changed. That said, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a form of cryptocurrency. Great. What is a cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is a digital currency that operates free of any central control or oversight of a bank or government. It is regulated by peer-to-peer software and cryptography. Now, there are many types of cryptocurrency. The one that is most popular is Bitcoin, probably followed by Ethereum, and then there's a bunch of other Bitcoins that are out there, such as Dogecoin, and you name it, it probably exists or is going to be created soon. Cryptocurrencies are stored online. They're a digital currency. You hold the passwords and everything in your digital wallet, which can be accessed from client software or various online or hardware tools. There are several ways of investing in cryptocurrency. The first one, most common, is probably purchasing the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency outright. If you purchase Bitcoin or Ethereum, it's more like a really volatile stock market. If you're purchasing other cryptocurrencies, basically you're generally buying them at a fraction of a penny and gambling that they're going to go up in price. The second way to invest in cryptocurrency is by using a traditional investment firm. For example, in 2020, MassMutual spent $100 million to put Bitcoin into their portfolio so they could be used in various mutual funds. If you purchase a retirement account through MassMutual or purchase a mutual fund through MassMutual through a retirement account or through an investment account, you can invest in Bitcoin that way. The third way of investing in Bitcoin is in cryptocurrency is essentially investing in the technology. You invest in a Bitcoin or cryptocurrency miner, and they essentially pay you a dividend in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency over time. Now, there are probably other ways to invest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I'm not aware of them. Again, not an expert on it, but these are the 3 basic ways that I'm aware of. So, cryptocurrencies are unique, and they create a number of estate planning issues. And they have a couple characteristics which are important to look at. So let's tackle these characteristics and issues one by one. These are basically the 4 that I was able to think of, 4 or 5. The first one is, can you have a beneficiary designation? Now, remember, probate assets are assets that are owned outright and do not have an official beneficiary designation. Now, if you're purchasing through a traditional investment fund to get into Bitcoin, such as MassMutual, then yes, you can probably have a beneficiary designation if it's built into the vehicle that you have, or you can put a pay on death account onto the investment account. If you're outright purchasing cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, then we got a problem. Remember, one of the key characteristics of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is there's no centralized bank or government overseeing everything. So without that, you can't have an official beneficiary designation. And I looked through whatever I could find in the IRS and the law, and there is no way to officially appoint a beneficiary to a digital asset such as cryptocurrency wallet or otherwise. So at this point, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are stuck being probate assets. So what do we do with probate assets? We put them into revocable trust if we want to avoid probate. That raises the question, can you put cryptocurrency into a revocable living trust? I presume so. I did a survey of the law and looked for anything that said you couldn't or could, and I didn't find a thing. Now, what it comes down to is the IRS has been advising and giving advice on or giving a guidance on cryptocurrency since 2013, which is 4 years after cryptocurrency started. According to them, cryptocurrencies are a capital asset. If it's a capital asset, we should be able to put it into a trust without a problem. I don't see why not, though I would, if someone knows otherwise, please comment in the comments below. The next issue, and this is one of the bigger issues with cryptocurrency, is actually finding and transferring the cryptocurrency from one generation to the next, transferring it to your devisees, beneficiaries, and heirs. Remember, people hide their digital wallets a lot. They spend a lot of time making sure that they're secure and making sure that nobody else can access them. Because if someone accesses them and steals it, you're kind of out of luck. I'm sure you can go after them for fraud or whatever, but getting your assets back is going to be essentially difficult to impossible. So if we're always hiding our digital the way to access our digital assets and our digital wallets, how do we transfer them? Well, first of all, you don't want to put the information in a will, because a will, when you go into probate, becomes public knowledge, and the will can be passed around to anyone, and anyone will be able to read where to find your cryptocurrency. That's a bad idea. If you have a trust, you still probably don't want to put that information directly in the trust, because those trust documents probably are going to be passed around a lot, and if there's a challenge to it, it may become a public document. So you need to have what's called a digital asset list, or at least a way of for people to find out where to access and how to access your cryptocurrency. Some people just put a safe deposit box and that's all they leave in it. So after you die, as long as people know that you have a safe deposit box, they can access it through court order and get the information that way. Just be aware that while we're alive, we try to hide our cryptocurrency as much as possible, but when you die, that becomes a problem. Because if there is no centralized bank or government that you can go to and say, hey, he died, I need to get access to his account, can you help me? There's nothing like that. So once it's lost, it's lost. The next two issues are more pragmatic. The next issue is more pragmatic, I guess. And what it comes down to is when you hire an estate planning attorney, you're paying for three things. One is their experience. Two is the work that they use to customize and tailor an estate plan to your needs. And three is you're paying for the templates that they have established over time. Now, these templates are based on court or a language that has been approved or gone through the courts, and it has gone through without a problem. It is based on case law. It is based on new statutes. It's based on a whole lot of research and everything that they put together. Now, cryptocurrency has not been around that long, and there's been very little, I'm sure there's been some litigation on cryptocurrency, but I'm not aware of anything in the estate planning world where it's been litigated. We're flying free here. So what you need to do is make sure to talk to an attorney who focuses their practice on estate planning. If you just go to an attorney who just kind of practices estate planning sometimes, you're probably going to have a problem when they try to craft language. You need to have someone's experience that can actually deal with the fact that you have cryptocurrency in your portfolio. The last thing I want to bring up is, I'm not going to go into too much detail on it because there's a video I have on it that was just released, but do you get a step up in basis when you die and your devisees, heirs, or beneficiaries get your cryptocurrency? Again, the IRS has been giving guidance since 2013, and according to them, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are a capital asset, and they do get a step up in basis. Now, I'll remind you that the step up in basis, we're talking a very volatile market here. So if you die when the market is way up high, great. But if you die when it drops down to the way low, the step up in basis may not be as effective for you, but you do get the step up in basis, which is good news. That is my very basic look at estate planning and cryptocurrency. Again, I'm not an expert on Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, but I know enough to handle the estate planning issues. If you like today's video, please feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps support the channel. If you do like the channel, we do a new video every other Wednesday, so you can look out for that. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below, or better yet, send me an email. Otherwise, until next time, this is Gregory Singleton with Signature Law.